Oh, hello. As you can see, there's the car. It's pretty much ready to go for tomorrow's race. Oops, I'll leave the light on for now. As I'm just getting packed up here. Hopefully I'll be, well, not hopefully, I'm going to be off work this week as we have a shutdown. So I'll be planning on cleaning the shop so that hopefully my shop videos I can actually somewhat do while I'm working on the car, so then you guys can see some of that. Going back to the last video, if you've read the description, I'm not sure. I haven't looked at any of the if there's been any comments on it, but thinking back on that incident, I'm still get ticked every time because that 94 went into that corner at full speed. That's how I seen it. Came up across the track and 3 lanes across the track. Switch over to selfie cam, and so he came 3 lanes across the track. Went from the inside, so basically, not basically, he went from the inside lane, from what I could see out of the corner of my eye, actually on the apron, all the way to the outside of me, who was the outside pole sitter, so second place. And I never really changed my line except for avoiding running over him, which I should not have had to have done if he actually took the corner like he should have. And then coming off the corner, even the corner marshal said that he just simply turned left. So, wrecking me and the 16. But the 16 was back out the next weekend. Even though, really, since that incident, he's had a real rough time going. And the 94 was back out 2 weekends after that. I guess he doesn't even own the car, neither, to make matters even worse, and I know the owner of that car. And I did have respect for him, but after I heard that he basically put no blame on his own driver and blamed essentially Thompson and myself for making it 3 wide, even though really we were just trying to avoid an accident. Well, Thompson was going for the lead because there was a gap, and I don't blame him at all for going up through on the bottom. He held his line. The 94, I was just trying to avoid wrecking, and we ended up wrecking and collecting Thompson, but luckily we were able to keep the car straight for the most part. As you can see, there's our new strut, since the other one was bent. We didn't replace really any of the body panels, we just banged out the damage. But you can see it a bit, but it's not overly visible. Same thing on this side. Battery's on charge, because it's always good to have a nice, fully charged battery. The body braces all needed to be. So that's what we've been doing over the last month. That and contemplating actually wanting to race, because, like I said, that next day, it's hard to want to race when you are getting destroyed, especially since the track pretty much blamed me for that whole accident. I was able to get back out on track, but as I was headed out, they black flagged. Well, they didn't even black flag me. They stopped me in the pits and said that I was parked. So, and that really ticked me off because I felt like I did everything possible to avoid the accident that ended up happening. If I slowed down, the 33 probably would have run over me and turned me, and the 94 probably still would have taken out the 16 with how hard left he turned coming off of the corner. He only straightened out because he hit my right front. So, if he didn't hit my right front, he was going down the track in Thompson regardless. But yeah, the track ended up blaming me pretty much. That's how I take it, because they parked me, so they must have been saying it was my fault. And I needed to go and talk to the race director after the night was done, so we got things sorted out. That's when the flagger said that he didn't even agree with what the race director thought he saw. That's how I knew the flagger seen him just simply turn left because he outright told me that. Coming off the corner, the 94 just turned left, and he couldn't even comprehend why he would have done that. I said in the description, if I tried to hang on the outside, and I would have either turned him head on into the wall, which pretty much ended up happening as you saw from the pedal power part of the video, because he was down the track so far, or I would have been punted into the corner, well, the end of pit wall, and I'm going to take my own safety into my own hands. I'm not going to rely on other drivers. If they want to rely on other drivers to keep them safe, then that's their choice. And that's pretty much what the 94 was relying on. Was that I'd either stop or I'd just let them go, basically. And we're racing. That's not a racer's mentality. I'll save my car and try to avoid the weapon as much as possible, but unfortunately we were unable to last week. Well, last race. Hopefully this week will be better. I have been under the weather too since then, so that's also been weighing a factor in the fact that we've been off for so long. So hopefully tomorrow the car will run good. Apparently the plan is then to go up to Sobel in 2 weeks' time and go out for their invitational. We're not expecting a whole lot of cars because it's points night for a lot of the other tracks around. So most of the guys that are racing for points will most likely not go up to Sobel. So that might take out a fair bit of the top contenders, but I'm pretty sure the 76 will be back out. He's normally out at invitationals. And he's probably one of, if not the fastest driver in Ontario when it comes to short track oval racing right now, so when they get that car hooked up, he's gone. He's hard to beat, regardless what track he goes to. And outside of that, it's who knows who's going to show up. Like I said, we're not expecting a whole lot of cars to show up. That's partially why we're going to go up there. Is A, we can go for their special trophy and as a surfboard. And B, we can probably get half decent money because of it being an invitational. It's probably better than us going and racing a track that's running its points night and getting what their regular payouts would have been. So, that's the next 2 weeks. The plan, anyway. First is to survive tomorrow. We'll be starting towards the back in the first feature. The second feature gets inverted off of the finishing order of the first, so if we finish, well, lead lap cars get inverted, all lap cars go to the back, so if we finish like the last car on the lead lap, we would be pole for the second feature. I'm just hoping right now that with the damage, that there's no hidden damage and that this car is back running strong again. That's another reason why we didn't rush back like Mike Thompson did. He rushed his car, and I don't think he's finished a full night since without wrecking or damaging his car. So a lot of that had to do with some luck, but also rushing the car back also did not help him at all. So it's not the car that it was last year. It's that simple. He was a lot faster last year than what he's shown this year. He can barely break the 18, I think it's 18-second mark at Flamboro. We're about 18-1s, 18-2s right now, I think. Like the leaders are running about, depending on the day, 17-5s. Normally, though, around 17-7s, 17-8s. So we need to take, hopefully we'll get below the 18-second mark and get down around the times that the leaders are turning. That would be That's our goal for tomorrow. But hopefully tomorrow goes well. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video too around. That will help us grow this channel and make more people aware of racing even in Canada. Because right now, really, because of prices and stuff, but even really since COVID. So yeah, since COVID and everything's gotten ridiculous price-wise, it's really hurt racing up here. I'm not so sure about the States, but even the States, to my knowledge, has been hurting. Their car counts, I don't know because I don't really follow any U.S. racing, but even our big late model division up here is struggling to get over 20 cars this year because of price and just the way our government's gone. It's kind of priced a lot of people even out of being able to feed themselves or pay their bills simply enough. So hopefully things will turn around in that aspect as well. I know the U.S. elections this year. I think the Canadian one is in another year and a half still, so hopefully Trudeau doesn't fully run us into the ground. I normally don't get political, but yeah. I'm struggling, and I know there's a number of people that are. Even getting this car out on track, we haven't been able to do it week after week. And I knew coming into this season we wouldn't. I was hoping to be racing a lot more than what I have. A lot of that has come down to damaging this car, something that I haven't really done throughout my racing days, but it is racing. Stuff happens. Gotta move on. I will say, if the 94 does try that move again, I'm not lifting to let them come across my nose again. If I'm going to get black flagged and DQ'd from the race, I'm going to make it worthwhile and try to not take out any points contenders again. But that's my thoughts on the matter. Hopefully tomorrow goes well. And then Flamboro is actually my worst track, so hopefully Sable will go pretty well as well. But time will tell. So hopefully that race today video will be out this week. Hopefully my editor will be able to get it out this week. With us doing another race next weekend, I'm going to get on him to get it out, because if he doesn't, I'll edit it and put it out. So it won't be as good, but I just use free software. He actually has paid for his, I think. So that being said, well, see you in the next video. And hopefully these next few weeks go well and we can start turning this season around. Once again, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help grow this channel. The more we can grow this channel, the better. The more it helps out my race team as well as my sponsors. So, thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.